Good morning. This is Alperton. Today I'm beginning a new series of videos on my YouTube channel where I'm aiming to visit all 272 London Underground stations. Not in one go, but in the alphabetical order, beginning of course with letter A. And I will be visiting all 9 London Underground stations today, which begin with letter A, beginning here at Alperton on the Piccadilly line. Alperton station opened in 1903 as Perivale Alperton. Perivale station on the Central line is not far away from here at all, therefore the naming makes sense, but it was renamed to Alperton shortly afterwards. Fun fact about Alperton, until 1988 it was just one of 2 London Underground stations which had escalators going up to the platform. Such an escalator was removed in 1988 here at Alperton, and the only escalator currently remains at Greenford, which goes up to the platform level from the ticket hall level. Just behind me is a typical Charles Holden station, Acton Town, the second station on my list to tick off today. This station also opened in the early 20th century. It has 4 platforms, 2 of them are served by the Piccadilly line and 2 of them by the District line. There is a depot just outside the station, the Ealing Common District Line depot, and also the London Transport Museum depot. Acton Town used to have a platform 5, as you can see in this shot here. There used to be a shuttle service between Acton Town and South Acton, but it's no longer in service for quite a long time now. Platform number 5 is now a little garden, which makes this station very pretty.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is Acton Town. The next station is Arnos.
come to Arsenal, or as it used to be called, Gillespie Road. This is the only London Underground station which is named after a football club. Obviously Arsenal. Emirates Stadium is just next door, although some people do prefer, when they go to football, they prefer to use Holloway Road, just next station towards central London on the Piccadilly line, or Finsbury Park, one stop in the other direction. Some people think it's a bit closer than to actually use Arsenal. Also quite unusual for a deep level tube station, which Arsenal is the fact that this station doesn't have either lifts or escalators. It's basically a massive walking pathway, which is just a slope down from the street level to the platform level. It's a little bit like the Waterloo and City Line pathway at Bank. And now it's time to go to the next station, which is Arnos Grove. Finally, the last station on the Piccadilly line before we can move on to the other lines.
This train will terminate here. For change, please ensure that you take all your personal belongings with you.
Station number 4, Arnos Grove. Welcome to the northern, almost end of the Piccadilly line. Some trains terminate here, like this train just behind me. It's the middle platform, where some trains terminate and burst back into central London. Platforms 1 and 4 are being used for, obviously, through trains through Arnos Grove. Yeah, let's take a look around. How cute is that? There is a book exchange at Arnos Grove.
Piccadilly line, the train now approaching.
Arnos Grove is also one of those starting point stations for one of the longest tunnels on London Underground, because when the trains go from here towards central London, they enter the tunnel pretty much immediately, and then they only go up back into the daylight and sun only at Baron's Court. And now it's time for me to go to the station number 5, which will be Archway on the Northern Line. So I'm finally leaving the Piccadilly line, 4 stations ticked off, and we move on. Archway, and then we'll see. We're departing right now.
Next station is Arnos Grove. The next station is Archway.
Welcome to Archway, station number 5 on the list. I'm on the Northern Line now. Station number 1 out of 2 on the Northern Line, which I have to tick off, the next one being Angel. Fun fact about Archway is that this station used to be the terminus of the Charing Cross, Euston and Hampstead Railway, which later became the Northern Line. And the trains can still terminate here at Archway, so the tunnels go a bit further down, and there is a reversing siding for trains, and they can terminate there and reverse back into central London in case there is any disruption on the Northern Line. Archway station just behind me. Looks quite ugly, right? But in the past, this station used to be a classic Leslie Green station. For example, like Russell Square or Tufnell Park. At the moment it's just a very brutalist structure and just a basic entrance, so nothing exciting to see outside of Archway station. And now it is time to move on to our station number 6, which will be Angel, also on the Northern Line, so a relatively short journey from Archway. I'll see you there.
The next station is Angel.
Welcome to Angel, station number 6. Oh, that was quick. My train just left and the next train is literally pulling into the station. That was very quick. Very impressive. Oh, this train is not in service. It's empty. There are no passengers there, so okay, fine, fair play. Talking about Angel, you see this southbound platform is relatively wide. This is because it used to be an island platform. The types you can see on probably in Clapham North and Clapham Common right now. Much better, a bit quieter. So this used to be an island platform with the trains literally running here and there, and you see there is still an basically it is a sealed tunnel where trains used to run, and I'm pretty much standing now where the track used to be for the northbound platform, but they have built a new northbound platform just right there, and they have widened this platform to avoid overcrowding, which something they have also done at Bank very recently. Angel is also home to the longest escalator on the underground. as you can see here. I'm just outside Angel Station right now. However, some of you may know it, some of you may not, but this station only opened in 1992, and it is a relatively new station, just 31 years old. Angel Station used to be located in a slightly different place, slightly different location, just next door, and it used to look completely differently. It used to be a Leslie Green station, the ones I showed you earlier, the ones in Russell Square, which looked very similar to this one. So what I'm going to try to do now is to go and find that old station building, which I believe still exists. This looks like the old Angel Station building. It's a bit covered now under roadworks here, so you really cannot see much, but this is the old station, which looks a bit like a Leslie Green station. To be fair, you can see there are some old white tiles just there, which are very, very typical for London underground stations. So it's hidden a little bit behind, but you can still see some parts of it. Now that 6 out of 9 stations are done, we've got just 3 left, 2 of which are located literally next to each other, and I think you know what I'm talking about. This is Aldgate and Aldgate East, or the way I'm gonna visit them will be Aldgate East and then Aldgate. So let's go there and take a look around.
The next station is Moorgate.
This is the Hammersmith City Line train to Barking. The next station is Aldgate East.
Station number 7 out of 9 is Aldgate East. Welcome to Aldgate East. Actually, the original Aldgate East station was located about 150 meters towards Aldgate in the past, and it was moved here quite a long time ago already anyway. And now it is time to move on to station number 8 out of 9, so I'm almost done. I'm gonna walk to Aldgate station because it is probably going to be quicker than to actually get a train there. There are no direct trains from Aldgate East to Aldgate. You have to either change at Tower Hill or Liverpool Street. So I'm gonna go out and have a short walk to Aldgate.
Docklands Light Railway, part suspended between Queen Street and Gatwick. Waypoint line is finally London Overground, part suspended from Manchester and vehicles in London and London.
Decided to get some coffee on my way to Aldgate station, and I think my train is in about 10 minutes in order to tick off the last station on the list, which is Amersham. So I have to get the Metropolitan line all the way from Aldgate to Amersham, go the full route. It's probably about an hour and a half on a train, but we can do it. The trains are half hourly, so if I miss one, I'll have to wait So I'll try to make this one in just about, I would say, 8-9 minutes time. My train is in 4 minutes from now. It's ready on the platform. Just to show you how impressive Aldgate Station is. Definitely make sure to visit if you have a chance. Okay. A few quick facts about Aldgate Station, which we are just leaving now to go to Amersham, which is about an hour and a half on this train. Aldgate Station is served by obviously Metropolitan line, but also the Circle line. And Circle line trains, they tend to wait here for a few minutes time usually when they pass Aldgate Station. This is in order to allow the District line trains on one end and Hammersmith and City line trains on another end to bypass Aldgate Station. That's why Aldgate Station is usually the one being disadvantaged in this regard. We are done with 8 out of 9 stations. Only Amersham remains now. I love stations on that part of the Metropolitan line, sort of northwest of Harrow on the Hill, the so-called Metroland. I think those places are beautiful. It's pretty much the countryside. It
This is
doesn't
an
feel...
all stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Liverpool Street. This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Harrow on the Hill. The next station is Harrow on the Hill. Change for Metropolitan line services to Uxbridge and National Rail services. This is Chalfont and Latimer. This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Amersham. The next station is Amersham, where this train terminates. Change for National Rail services to Aylesbury. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
Welcome to Amersham, station 9 out of 9 from the list of station I'm visiting today. All stations beginning with letter A have been ticked off. I can quite confidently say that Amersham is my favorite station among those I have done today. It is in deep countryside. It's actually in Buckinghamshire, so quite far away from central London. It looks very villagey here. It is just lovely. It's a proper countryside. Amersham is just one of only 2 stations on London Underground which are outside, which are actually in Zone 9, and one of 7 stations which are outside of Zone 6. And all the stations outside of Zone 6 are on the Metropolitan line. Fun fact about Amersham Station, there are sidings just beyond that station stretching just right there. And the fact is, if the train goes into the sidings, it becomes the westernmost point on London Underground. However, if the train is standing on the platform, like it is right now at the moment, it didn't go into the sidings, the westernmost point on the tube becomes Chesham Station. So that little stretch behind the station at Amersham makes it a bit longer and makes it the westernmost point. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey with me today, visiting all 9 stations on the tube, beginning with letter A. Stay tuned for the following videos, which will be hopefully coming up very, very soon. Of course, as usual, like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment below, all the important things. Thanks guys very much. See you later. Bye.